All right, let's do this. Time to dive into the future. A whole stack of stuff to unpack today. Press releases, tech analyses, customer stories, all about this new platform. ServiceNow is rolling out, Yokohama. And you ready for this? It's all about AI. AI that can, get this, actually work together like specialized teams inside a company.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It really is like a huge leap forward. ServiceNow, they've been helping businesses streamline operations for years now, all about automating those workflows, that kind of thing. But Yokohama, this is different. This is like they're building like a whole digital workforce.
Oh, so we're not just talking about automating like individual tasks anymore. This is like AI that can handle big complex processes like start to finish.
Exactly. Yeah. Imagine AI agents that are like dedicated to security, work at like right alongside AI that's handling, network issues.
Yeah.
And they're not just like reacting,
Yeah.
they're actually collaborating, sharing information, making decisions as a team.
Okay, hold on. Back up a sec. For those of us who, might not be total ServiceNow experts, what are they even building this on? Like, what makes this whole unified AI thing even possible?
Good point. So ServiceNow, they already have this powerful platform. I mean, companies use it to manage all sorts of stuff, IT, customer service, HR, you name it. And at the heart of it is this thing called the Common Service Data Model, or CSDM. It's basically a way to organize and connect all that data, all the data that's swimming around inside a company.
So it's like giving the AI agents a common language so they can actually like understand what's going on across different departments. Like no more data silos, right? Everyone's finally on the same page.
We got it,
Okay.
precisely. And on top of that, they've totally supercharged their knowledge graph. Think of it like a massive library of information that the AI can tap into. So now these AI agents, they've got access to this huge pool of data, and they can all talk to each other seamlessly. And that's what makes this whole unified ecosystem approach, that's what makes it work.
Okay. Starting to see the big picture now, but let's get specific here. What kind of AI agents are we even talking about? What can this thing actually do?
All right, so they've launched with a few like key players. The first one, this is a big one, the security operations specialist. Think of it as like your 24/7 digital security guard. Constantly analyzing threats, prioritizing alerts. You can even automate responses to certain incidents.
So instead of having like a whole human team scrambling every time there's like a potential breach, you've got AI on the case immediately.
Right. It's not about like replacing human experts entirely, but it's handling those routine tasks so the security pros can focus on the really tricky stuff.
Makes sense. Okay, so what else? What other AI agents are in the starting lineup?
Well, there's the change management expert. This one's all about, minimizing the disruption when a company makes changes to its systems or the, processes.
Okay, I think I need an example here. Like, what kind of change are we talking about? Give me something concrete.
Sure. So let's say a company is rolling out, I don't know, a new software update, right? This change management AI. It can actually analyze the potential impact, figure out which systems might be affected. It can even like come up with a rollout plan to, minimize any downtime.
Wow, it's like having a project manager who can see the future. Pretty slick.
And here's the kicker. If something totally unexpected happens during the rollout, the AI can actually trigger a rollback to, a previous stable state. So it's all about like minimizing risk, making sure these changes go as smoothly as possible.
All right, so security incidents, software updates. What other headaches is ServiceNow trying to cure with this AI?
Well, let's not forget about the network downtime that can cost companies a fortune.
Yeah.
And it's usually caused by, issues that honestly could have been prevented with better monitoring.
Ah, you're talking about the network maintenance technician, right?
Bingo, that's the one. This AI is constantly like analyzing network traffic, looking for patterns, identifying potential problems, before they become big issues. It's like having a whole team of expert technicians constantly patrolling your network, making sure everything's running smoothly.
Now that's what I call proactive IT. It's like a crystal ball for your network.
Exactly. And that's what's so exciting about these specialized AI agents. They're not just automating individual tasks anymore. They're taking on like entire roles,
Yeah.
within a company. And they're doing it in a way that feels, well, I don't know about you, but to me it feels, dare I say, intelligent.
Okay, we've met the team, the AI team, I guess you could say. AI for security, AI for managing changes, AI to keep the network happy. But how do we even know this stuff works? I mean, does ServiceNow, do they have any proof that these AI agents can actually deliver, in the real world?
That's the big question, right? It's a million-dollar question, thankfully we're starting to see some customer success stories pop up. Companies like Cognizant and Davies, they're reporting some pretty impressive results.
Okay, you've got my attention. What kind of results are we talking about here? Give me the details.
All right, so Cognizant, they're a global IT services company,
Mm.
and they've been using these ServiceNow AI agents to streamline their internal operations, and they're seeing big efficiency gains. Their teams are able to focus on more high value work, and they're resolving issues like way faster than before.
So less time putting out fires, more time, actually thinking about the big picture. That's got to be a win for any company.
Absolutely. And then there's a Davies. They're a specialist professional services and technology business, and they're using ServiceNow's AI to improve their customer service operations.
Yeah.
And they're reporting like faster response times, increased customer satisfaction. They've even managed to reduce costs.
Wow. So happier customers, lower costs, and more efficient operations. That's a powerful combo. Almost sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, I know, right? It's easy to be skeptical, but the early results they're promising, and I think what's really interesting is that these companies, they're not just like seeing small improvements. They're talking about like transformative change,
Yeah.
a real shift.
Okay, so this isn't just hype. There's some actual substance behind it. But let's zoom out for a minute. We've talked about the AI agents, the data, the results, but what's the bigger picture here? What's ServiceNow's grand vision for this Yokohama thing?
Well, I think they're aiming to like fundamentally change the way companies operate. They want to create a world where AI isn't just a tool. It's like a true partner in running a business.
A partner. That's an interesting way to put it. What does that partnership even look like in practice?
Well, for one thing, it means that, AI is it's just seamlessly integrated into every part of a company's operations. It's not just about automating those individual tasks anymore. It's about AI actually understanding the context of the business, the goals, the challenge, and then working alongside humans to achieve those goals.
So it's not about replacing humans. It's more like augmenting them, making
Yeah.
them more effective, more efficient.
Exactly. It's all about freeing up that human talent so they can focus on strategy, creativity, innovation, the things that, AI just can't do. Not yet, at least.
Okay, I'm starting to get the why, but what about the how? How is ServiceNow actually pulling this off? What's the secret sauce?
Well, one of the key ingredients is this thing called the workflow data fabric. It's basically a layer of technology that sits on top of all of a company's data. I mean, all of it, no matter where it's stored.
So it's like a universal translator for data. It's finally breaking down those data silos we talked about earlier, right?
Exactly. And this is crucial because it means that ServiceNow's AI agents can actually access and analyze data from anywhere in the company. Not just within specific departments. It gives them that holistic view of the business, which allows them to make, much smarter decisions.
I see. So it's not just about the AI in isolation. It's how it's connected to the rest of the company's systems, the data, the whole shebang.
Precisely. And that's what I find so fascinating about Yokohama.
Yeah.
It's not just a collection of cool AI tools. It's a platform that's designed to actually like integrate AI into the very fabric of a business.
Oh, okay, I'm with you so far. We've got the vision, the technology, the real world impact, but you know me. I always got to ask, what are the potential downsides? What should companies be watching out for before they, jump on this whole AI bandwagon?
That's a great question, and honestly, it's one that every company should be asking themselves. One potential challenge is that AI, especially at this level, it requires a significant investment.
Yeah, it's not like you just flip a switch and suddenly you've got, AI running everything. You need the right infrastructure, the right data, the right people, the whole nine yards.
Absolutely. And then there's also the learning curve. It takes time for companies to, really adapt to working with AI, to understand what it can do, what it can't do.
So it's not a plug and play solution. It's a process. It's a journey.
Right, exactly. And then there's the question of control. I mean, when you're handing over these critical tasks to AI, you really need to be sure that you can trust it. trust it to make the right decisions.
Trust, yeah, trust is huge. How do you even build trust in an AI system? How do you know it's, not going to go rogue on you?
That's where things get really, really interesting because, AI, it's only as good as the data it's trained on, right? And if that data is, I don't know, biased or incomplete or just plain wrong, then the AI's decisions, well, they're going to reflect those flaws.
So garbage in, garbage out, right? Makes sense. But how do you even make sure the data is, clean, that it's representative, that it's not just going to perpetuate, existing biases?
That is the million-dollar question, and it's one that services now, and honestly, the entire AI industry is grappling with.
This reminds me of something Gartner predicted, the rise of these guardian agents, basically AI that's designed to like monitor and manage other AI. Like it's like having an AI babysitter to make sure everything's, running smoothly.
Exactly. And it really highlights the fact that as AI gets more and more sophisticated, we need to develop new ways to make sure it's being used responsibly, ethically.
Okay, so responsible AI, data quality, trust, these are all huge challenges, but are there any bright spots, anything that makes you, I don't know, optimistic about the future of AI in the enterprise?
Oh, absolutely. I think one of the most exciting things about AI is its potential to really unlock human creativity, human innovation.
How so? I mean, explain that one to me.
Well, as AI starts to take over those routine tasks, the repetitive stuff, it frees up humans to focus on the things that we're really good at, thinking outside the box, coming up with new ideas, solving those complex problems that require, intuition, empathy, things like that.
I see. So it's not about, humans versus machines. It's more about humans and machines working together to achieve more than either could, on their own.
Exactly. And I think that's the real promise of AI. It's not about replacing us. It's about empowering us to be better, to be smarter, to be more human.
It just occurred to me that we've been talking about these AI agents as like individuals, specialists in their own little areas. But what happens when they actually need to like work together? Can these different AI agents actually collaborate?
That's where things get really, really interesting. Imagine a scenario where there's a security incident and it triggers an automated response from, the security operations AI, but to actually contain the threat, it needs to like make changes to the network infrastructure.
Okay, so that would require some serious coordination with the network maintenance AI, right? Can they even like talk to each other, share information?
That's the whole point of this unified ecosystem approach. The AI agents they're designed to like communicate seamlessly. They can share data, insights, even recommendations with each other, and it all happens, in real time.
Whoa, so you could have like the security AI, identifying a threat, and then the network AI, it's isolating the affected systems, and the change management AI, it's making sure everything's, documented and approved, and it's all happening automatically.
Exactly. It's like having this team of digital first responders, working together to contain a situation, except they're lightning fast and they never get tired.
Okay, that's pretty wild, but it also makes me think about, the potential for things to go wrong. Like what happens if the AI makes a decision that turns out to be, a bad one? Who's accountable?
Yeah, that's a huge question, and it really gets to the heart of all the ethical considerations around AI. I mean, as we hand over more and more control to these systems, we really need to think carefully about how we build in safeguards, how we ensure, human oversight.
So it's not just about the technical stuff. It's about the governance, the ethics, the whole framework for how we use this powerful technology responsibly, right?
Absolutely, and that's where I think ServiceNow's their focus on this whole guardian agent concept it's really interesting. It suggests that they're aware of these challenges and they're actively looking for ways to address them.
It's like having an AI watchdog, making sure all the other AIs are, behaving themselves. But even with that, it still feels like there's a lot we don't know, a lot we still need to figure out.
Oh, there is definitely. I mean, this is still early days for enterprise AI. We're all kind of learning as we go. But I think it's so important to be having these conversations now to try to anticipate the potential challenges and develop those frameworks for responsible AI development before it's, too late.
I couldn't agree more. It's a lot to wrap your head around, but it's also incredible I mean, we're literally witnessing the birth of a whole new era of work. One where humans and AI are collaborating in ways we can barely even imagine right now.
I love that. That's a great way to put it. This isn't about humans versus machines. It's about humans and machines working together to achieve something much greater than either could alone.
And that's exactly what I hope our listeners take away from this deep dive. I mean, we've covered a ton of ground today, from the nitty-gritty technical details of ServiceNow's Yokohama platform to the broader implications for the future of work. But ultimately, it's up to each of us to decide how we want to shape this future.
Well said. It's a future full of potential, that's for sure. And I'm really excited to see how it all unfolds.
Me too. Me too. And on that note, well, we've reached the end of our deep dive. Hope you found this journey into the world of AI as fascinating as we have. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, keep learning, dive deep.